Circuit to die for.
Bionic. He had a heart attack on the last bend, the last lap of the last race.
Want to inconvenience anybody.
And basically, he died, but Barry, his doctor, paramedic. Barry Hart here got Derek's heart going. And in order to say a great thank you, Derek has got a bit of cash together to support Barry's charity, which is the Norfolk Accident Rescue Service. And basically, he'd like to say thank you. And we'll all like to say thank you very much as well. Yeah. And because of that, we've added a bit more to the fund, and we've got over £600.
Well done. I would just ask Barry if he's brought his defibrillator with him, because my 12-month guarantees run out. Alright.
Are you ready for, yeah, so if you just sort of put the bucket between you, get to shake hands.
He saved my life and I'm giving him a plastic bucket.
Story of my life, really.
Well, it's excellent to see Derek here today. Now we can move on to the first of two HSCC historic Formula Ford races of the weekend, and it's Michael O'Brien on pole position once again, the novice driver. Alongside him will be Max Bartel. Second riders Ben Sims and Westy Mitchell. Row 3, Perty Kaviri and Simon Toyne returning this weekend, and James Buckton and James Hadfield on the 4th row, Brian Morris and Andrew Wiggins. Good qualifying from him. That's your top 10. And the start of the race then, 20-minute race. They head down to Ritchie's without stopping. It's O'Brien that made the better start, but a great start from Ben Sims from the second row of the grid. And he's challenging O'Brien as they turn their way then through Ritchie's on this first lap of the race. They head down towards the hairpin, the Montreal hairpin, on board with Kaviri, and it is O'Brien that leads, and Bartel has got second, back away from Sims as they turn their way through the hairpin. And this is Westy Mitchell trying to come past Kaviri. Kaviri's made a good start as well, because he started down in 5th. He's up to 4th position now. Out of Palmer they come then, and down towards the Agostina hairpin, the second of the hairpins on the new Snetterton 300 circuit. And Sims has got back ahead of Bartel. Around the outside he goes, and in 4th is Kaviri, and Westy Mitchell under threat now, because that's Simon Toyne that's come up on the inside of him. As the cars now head down towards Hamilton, a 3-mile circuit here at Snetterton. Not quite as long as Silverstone Grand Prix circuit where we were last time, but it's another long lap, over 2 minutes. And there is O'Brien then, different nose on today, and then it's Sims. He's got back ahead of Bartel, and he's into second. Bartel in third, so they head down towards Williams, and they go on to the back straight. Slipstream, and there are plenty of it this weekend. You can see already O'Brien moving his car around on the straight, trying to break the toe. Sims going with him though. It's a good margins O'Brien has got as they head down towards Brundle for the first time. Here's the Red Duster, and we can ride on board now with Westy Mitchell. He gets 2 cars in one. He went past Toyne and he went past Kaviri there. So great move into Brundle for Westy Mitchell. He goes from 6th to 4th. Mitchell did qualify 4th, of course, and now out of bomb hole Cameron Sims is right on the gearbox of Michael O'Brien. Bit more cement dust down there. Had classic Formula 3 cars out beforehand, so I reckon one of them dropped some oil around the circuit, and Sims much more on the apex than O'Brien. O'Brien was there, Sims was all over the curbing, and now he used the slipstream. Has he come out a bit early though, possibly? Of course, moving the car to the left hand side of the circuit uses up a bit of that momentum, so he can't go fully alongside the Merlin. So staying in front, staying in the lead is O'Brien, but he runs out wide as they turn through Ritchie's, and that's what's going to give Sims the lead. The cut back out of Ritchie's and heading down towards the hairpin, but O'Brien later on the brakes. But he can't do it, he's behind. So it's Sims that leads now then as they head their way into Palmer then. It was 600ths of a second that O'Brien led by, but now of course it's Sims that leads from O'Brien, who's actually under threat from the very similar Merlin of Max Bartel, who comes around the outside into Agostini. He's trying to try and go all the way around O'Brien. That's not going to work though. So they charge now down towards Hamilton, the left-hander. Fast left-hander is as well. And Bartel is right there behind O'Brien. Now as they head down towards Oggies, he doesn't find a way through. Look at that, O'Brien carrying the speed through the corner. And he's getting back onto the tail of Ben Sims. And more battles. That's Andrew Wiggins. He's just ahead of Roger Svensson. As they turn their way for Oggies. We're the leaders now though. See Wesley Mitchell in fourth. He's at the back of this up. It's O'Brien, who's challenging round the outside, heading to Brundle. I think he's got the position before the corner, and Bartel getting involved as well. He's trying to come round the outside. Sims stays in front though. On board we can go with Mitchell, and look, O'Brien ran a bit wide through Brundle, so Sims is going to try and come back at him, and that means O'Brien is defended heavily as they turn into Bomho, and Sims looking at the inside. He slides his way through the corner, but it's O'Brien that stays in front. Bartel now looking to the inside of Sims through Coram. He can't get through there. That would be a brave move if he did so. Now down into Murray's, the technical final corner on the Snetterton circuit. They stay as they are. Now slipstreaming comes back into play here as they head down the centre straight to complete the second lap of the HSCC Historic Formula Ford race here at Snetterton, and it's Sims who's looking to the outside. He's put it up alongside the lead, and O'Brien's got the inside though, so he's staying in front. Yes, O'Brien stays in the lead this time. Sims second, Bartel third. Sims now looking to the inside for the hairpin, but it's going to be Bartel who looks around the outside of him, and it's Kaviri who goes ahead of Mitchell into fourth position. It's O'Brien, Sims, Bartel, Kaviri, Mitchell. That's your top five now as they head down towards Palmer then for the third lap of this race. And we should squeeze 10 laps into this. The lap times, well, not that last lap is 2:11. Perhaps about the scrapping it could get more, but look at this. This is 8 for the lead. You got Toyne, Buckton and Hadfield latched onto the back of the top 5 as they turn their way through the hairpin. Mitchell goes back ahead of Kaviri as they turn their way now out of Agostini hairpin and down towards Hamilton. This is fantastic to see this train of cars. I don't think we've seen that yet this season. Not quite this many. We had 4 at Fraxton. We had 5 or 6 at Silverstone until Michael O'Brien managed to break away. We've got 8 here on the third lap. It was 5 minutes complete, about a quarter into this one. So turn on to Williams and out the onto the back straight, onto the Bentley straight. You see Sitting using a lot of the road on the exit of the corner. He's sitting in the slipstream of Michael O'Brien now. You can see how the toe works. It brings you now up alongside of O'Brien, and later on the brakes is Sims. He takes the lead then. The Jomo to the front. Then we go a bit back in the order. This is on board with Alex Meek as they turn their way onto the back straight in a moment. It's Dan Stanzel who's in front of us. So we head on to the Bentley straight. This is a good scrap. You can see scraps all the way down the order then. The Snetterton circuit really bringing up some good dices. At the front of this battle, at least when they crossed the line, was Chris Sharples. He was just ahead of Kevin Stanzel, who's in there as well. That's Dan's father. Who else is in this scrap then? So behind Stan, so we've got Keith Farrance, ex-Formula V driver, coming into this weekend. John Crowell, and then you've got Danny Stanzel, who's got ahead of Alex Meek on this lap. We'll ride on board of Meek then. Through Coram Curve and the left-hander at Murray's, you can see the battle's definitely on. Power on, and look at that, Stanzel using the slipstream to dart out, trying to get alongside Crowell as we come across the line. Perhaps he darted out a little bit early there, perhaps a bit too fiercely as well. Just scrubbed the speed off. Now Rich is it, Stanzel looking up on the inside, the back end, don't cut away from him, and half spin there for Danny Stanzel. I think he managed to put the car right back in the right direction, but that was a bit of a scary moment for him. Back to the leaders then. You can see James Buckton just dropping off the top 7, and Max Bartel's putting the challenge on for second, but instead it's Wesley Mitchell who comes around the outside of him. Mitchell ex-champion. Silverstone last time out was his first drive in that car for 3 years, and it'll be his son Sam who won the championship championship last season, who will take to the car at Cadwell Park after completing his A-levels. But it's Kaviri who's on the inside of Mitchell as they turn their way through Augies, and he gets it done. James Buckton definitely falling back. I'm not sure if he's got a problem there. Certainly though, he dropped back at the beginning of this lap. That's a mistake, I wonder, for Buckton in the first part of this lap. On board with Bartel, Max Bartel then, in the Merlin Mark 20. As is car in front of us, Michael O'Brien, who's going round the outside now of Ben Sims to take the race lead. So O'Brien does what Sims did to him last lap. Perhaps the youngster learning from the master Ben Sims. Look at that, Sims drifting his car through Bombhole. But out of the three of them, it's Bartel that carries the speed. And he's looking around the outside at Coram Curve. He's not going to go round him there. So it's Sims that stays there in second, and still leading the way is O'Brien. Turn away from Murray. O'Brien just backing them up through there. He knows it's not really an overtaking opportunity. Then gets a slingshot out of the corner. But of course, with how the toe works here in Formula Ford, Sims can sit in that. He's come out of it now because he's drawing up alongside O'Brien. And Bartel, who stays there. He's now getting the best of both of them, but he doesn't eyes at 3 wide into Richies. He's not a risk he wants to take. We're not quite halfway through this one yet, so I think that was a risk that really wasn't worth taking. So Bartel got out of that, and O'Brien still leads. It's Sims in second, and then Bartel who are on board with in third position, but Sims gets the better run out the hairpin. So now coming around the outside of O'Brien as they turn through Palmer. This is a fast left-hander, and Sims drifts his car back onto the apex later than O'Brien and takes the lead. Great move from Sims that way. So Sims leads. Now Bartel coming up alongside O'Brien on the white line with his inside two wheels, and now O'Brien darts to the outside of Sims. So Sims has still got it in the Jomo. In second position is O'Brien, third is Bartel, and Perty Kaviri, they're all over the back of him. And then we got in fifth position, Westy Mitchell, so it's 5 for the lead. On board with Mitchell we can go as we head down towards Oggies. Down a gear. So Sims that leads to Williams. Again, not an overtaking opportunity, but then suddenly the slipstream comes into effect, and this is one of the main overtaking paces. Down towards the S's, Brundle and Nelson. We're going past Kaviri. Leaders all going at it as well. Sims holds the lead. No, I think that's O'Brien. Yes, Michael O'Brien leads now. Then O'Brien's gone ahead of Sims. Third is Bartel. We're up to fourth, Westy Mitchell. And then look at that, Sims looking to the inside through Bombhole. Doesn't quite take it. Not really. Best of maybe taking an opportunity again. Bartel quick through there. And then on to Coram. He's really putting the attack on. Not really places you want to pass. But being quick through there means you're right in the slipstream ready as we head down the centre straight. Mitchell there as well. Complete lap 5, which we believe to be the half lap in this one. Top 5 separated by 1.3 seconds as they cross the line. Top 4, 0.6 of a second. Side by side for the lead. Sims tried to go around the outside of O'Brien. Couldn't do it. Bartel stays third. Mitchell fourth. Kaviri in fifth. Down towards Montreal hairpin. Bartel squeezes up on the inside of Sims. Both Sims and O'Brien ran out a bit wide there. But Sims then and O'Brien have the speed off of the corner, using the banking of the corner to their effect. Oh, look at Bartel carrying the speed around the outside of Palmer. Mitchell was trying to come up on the inside of him, couldn't do any of that. Toyne and Hadfield just dropping away now from this top 5, all spread out down the straight in towards Agostini. O'Brien, Sims, and Mitchell's gone third. Mitchell ahead of Bartel at the hairpin. So now they put the power on. Even Toyne's had a spin at the Agostini hairpin. We go back to the leaders because Sims is on the inside of O'Brien as they head through Hamilton. He goes through. Bartel coming past Mitchell as well. We're on board at Kaviri as we head. Oh, he's late on the brakes. Oh, he just tagged the back of Bartel there, which lost him a bit of time. I don't think there's any damage done to either car. You can see Kaviri just tapped the back of Bartel, but Mitchell's gone third. Sims has took the lead as they head now down the Bentley Straight, head down towards the vehicle bridge, and then they turn left into Brundle. They're going side by side for the lead. Sims and O'Brien, that is. So turn left through Brundle, and then the right at Nelson. Oh, Bartel's got 2 wheels on the grass there, so he slid out wide, stays on the tarmac though, but he had 2 wheels on the grass as he turned right into Nelson, and that's allowed the top 3 to break away. We're on board with Perty Kaviri, and now we're going board with Danny Stanzel, heading down towards the Agostini hairpin. There's a good battle throughout the field. We concentrate on the race leaders, but really something all the way down the field. We have the battles. 26 car grid as well. That's sort of the norm this season. We had nearly 40 at Silverstone on the Grand Prix circuit. Next round's Cadwell Park. We're going board of Alex Meek now. Meek being chased by James Lovett here. Looking in the rear view camera for Meek. We're going over to Cadwell Park in a couple of weeks, 21st, 22nd of June. Join us for that one day, one race each day. Oh, Meek there struggling out of the hairpin. That's allowed the 81 of Lovett back through in the Lola. And then after Cadwell we head to the Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit on the 13th of July. Here come the leaders then out of Palmer. And it's Sims then that leads. It's O'Brien though, who darts to the inside. He locks up the brakes, but he's gone through. Is he going to run wide on the exit? Doesn't look like it. Sims has probably got a better run out the corner. I think O'Brien has gone through. Yes, he has. Yes, he goes in front of Sims. It's Mitchell there in 3rd position. Down towards the right-hander at Augies now. 5 of them still there. Bartel bringing himself back in there, and battle continues between Alex Meek and James Lovett. Meek goes back through ahead of him. It's Keith Archer's part. Let's go back to the leaders though. They're heading down the Bentley straight. They're all getting the slipstream off of each other. Sims coming along O'Brien. Westy Mitchell coming alongside both of them to take the race lead, does he? As they turn with the left-hander. And Brundle, yes, he takes the lead. Westy Mitchell leads the way. Then we go on board with Ben Sims. And, oh, Mitchell's lost it on the exit of the corner. He spins. Sims on the grass. He recovered though. He's got the lead, even though he's taken to the grass there. So through Bob Hole he goes. Let's have a look at that. On board with Bartel. The top 3 were side by side, heading into the S's. Oh, Michael O'Brien spun as well. O'Brien spun, and then Mitchell spun. Both Bartel and Sims on the grass. Bartel tried to squeeze on the inside of Sims, but wasn't really enough space. Oh, and Kaviri's off. Perty Kaviri's peeled to the side. That was down the Bentley straight. We're losing all the leaders here. So O'Brien, we can tell you, has not rejoined. Kaviri out the race as well, and Westy Mitchell, he's in 3rd. We had James Hadfield, who's made a stop, we think. He had damage to the nose. He tapped Simon Toyd into that spin you saw earlier. So it's 2 for the lead. We've lost a lot of the leading pack, and it's Bartel that goes to the front. It's probably the best race of the season we've had so far. Fantastic historic Formula Ford action, but now just the 2 of them. This race changes a bit. Bit of a different tactic. We've got so many cars in the pack. We want to make sure you're near the front. Now you've only got 2 of you. You can pick your move when you think it's the best place to go. Of course, we're getting to the last lap. It's been such a long last lap. You look where the best place is to pass. Where you think the last opportunity to pass is, that's when you want to go through into the lead. Sims had to go around the outside of the Agostini hairpin there, but Bartel defended it. He stayed in front. They're turning left now through Hamilton. That Bartel sliding the car on the exit of the corner. Augies next up, the right-hander. Don't look at that, Bartel drifting his car. Such a thing here about these early 1970s Formula 4s, drifting around the corners and not lose any speed. Sims using that slipstream, comes out of it. Now, did he back off there? Yellow flags, possibly for Kaviri's car on the left-hand side of the circuit. Yellow's here as well. There's O'Brien on the left-hand side of the circuit. We don't believe he hit anything, but couldn't refire the car. Chris Sharple's under pressure. That's Andrew Wiggins. Oh, he snatches the brake. Oh, he's running out wide as well. He's on the grass. That's Andrew Wiggins. The Titan there spins on the exit. He's having such a good race as well with Andrew Wiggins. where was he battling for? That was battling for 7th. Unfortunately spun out of that. Chris Sharp's got a bit easier there now. So there's Gareth Paul. He's battling with Julian Pearce. Another battle as well. You see all the battles all the way through the pack. That's Cliff Gray. They were in his first Formula Ford race last time at Silverstone. Gary Gray is battling with. Back to the leaders though. Bartel on the inside, Sims on the out. Yeah, so we think last time the reason Sims backed down, I think there was a yellow, so for a moment I wondered if he was playing tactical. Oh, Bartel! Hugely sideways. Well, he was going to go round then. That was a very big slide round a very quick corner. But he held on to it. And now he's defending the line because Sims trying to come round him. Couldn't do it. Hamilton corner now. Bartel really is sliding that car about. And now Sims puts it up on the inside through Oggies. And he gets it done, so Ben Sims takes the lead then. And if he knows there's yellows, or there was, down at the Essex, down at Brundle. I should imagine the yellows for Kaviri's car was brought in now, because that's in a relatively safe place. And Bartel gets it already. We had a great run out of Williams. He has it before the yellow zone. Oh, I don't think the yellows are there anymore. So we can race to the end, and it's an ultimate lap to a race now. So now the plan will be put into action. I should imagine the drivers are looking for a last lap move down at Brundle under the vehicle bridge. Oh, look at that, Bartel defending hard at Murray's. Oh, Sims hugely sideways. This just did earlier in the lap as well. That's actually allowed Bartel just to get away a touch. But now look at this, using the slipstream to... Oh, that was close as they headed into Ritchie's. Sims takes the lead out. He's so near to run into the back of Bartel, who was placing his car, as he has every right to do so, in the middle of the circuit. But it's Sims that leads now, heading into Montreal Hairpin. But he's left the car width, and that's because Bartel's there. So Bartel goes back to the front. But Bartel leaving a car width for Sims. You can see the respect these two drivers have for each other. They can battle side by side. See it down the centre straight as well. Bartel left just a car width for Sims, and he took that car width. It was close, but he took it and took the lead. Not for very long though, because Bartel back in that position. Sims using a lot of curbing through Agostini's there. Down to Hamilton then. Final lap. Bartel's got a good gap here, you know. Is it big enough? Look at this, Sims carrying the speed to Oggies though. He knows that gap's a bit big that Bartel's got. In Formula 4 terms, we should add. In the other championship, that would be a pretty close battle. But Bartel far through Williams, and I think he's got that, you know. I think he has been able to hold that down the Bentley straight. Battle going on here, continuing between Lovett and Meek. They're running, in fact, yeah, there's Lovett. James Lovett then in front as they turn their way with a left-hander at Palmer. Out the corner they come then, heading down towards the left-hander at Agostini, and the slipstream being used there from Meek. He now comes up on the inside line and he goes through at the hairpin then back into that position. But across the line, and it is Max Bartel that takes the win. It's overjoyed. That's his first ever race victory. Max Bartel, he really had to work for that, didn't he? The whole 10 laps, the whole 20 minutes was pure action. And there's the results. It was a 2-10 victory from Bartel. Judged that last lap perfectly. Ben Sims in second, Westy Mitchell held on for third, Simon Toyne in fourth, Brian Morris, didn't really see him, he finished in fifth position, Chris Sharples was sixth, Kevin Stanzel, somebody else we didn't really see, was in seventh, James Lovett got back ahead of Alex Meek for eighth position, John Corral completed the top 10 of the first race here at Snetterton.